Welcome one and all to the Cinegeeks podcast where movies, TV, and all things geek collide. I'm Roy, still joined by my lovely co-host Angela.
Hello!
Hey Angela, and hello everyone who is listening once again to our podcast. And by the way, for today's episode, we will be talking about one of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated so far this year, na movie here in the Philippines, which is Hello, Love Again. Directed by Kathy Garcia Sampana, written by Carmi Raimundo, Crystal San Miguel, and Olivia Lamasan, starring, of course, Catherine Bernardo and Alden Richards.
Of course. But before we continue, we'd like to remind everyone who hasn't done so to follow our pod wherever you listen to podcasts like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Letterboxd, and X, aka Twitter, and also on Blue Sky. Yes, we have a new social media account where you can join in on the fun. And don't forget to visit our website, www.cinegeekspod.com, for the latest in movie and TV news and reviews.
And send us your questions, suggestions, and violent reactions to our email address, cinegeekspod@gmail.com. And by the way, please join us on our Facebook group called CinegeeksPH HQ. There you can interact with us and with your fellow Cinegeeks.
Yes, that is right. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead. Huwag natin patagalin pa. Let's talk about the movie for this episode, Hello, Love Again. Five years have passed since Joy said goodbye to Ethan and Hong Kong to pursue her dreams in Canada. After fighting for their love to conquer time, distance, and a global shutdown that kept them apart, Joy and Ethan reunite in Canada only to realize that they have both changed significantly. Ooh. Yun. So, Hello, Love Again, of course, sequel to the 2019 smash hit.
Big blockbuster siya.
Yes, grabe. Billion, no? Or
That
mga
year?
900 million. Parang alam ko mga ganun. Kasi alam ko si Rewind yung first billion peso movie locally.
But before Rewind, siya yung highest
Siya yung,
grossing.
siya yung highest. Yes, that's
Kasi
right.
kahit overseas, especially in Hong
Especially
Kong.
overseas. Yep. So, Ange, what did you think of Hello, Love Again?
So, ayun nga. Actually, nung pinanood ko yung Hello, Love, Goodbye, yung una, hindi pa talaga ako fan ni Catherine Bernardo noon. Kasi before naman niya ginawa yung Hello, Love, Goodbye, puro si Daniel ang alam kong love team niya. Syempre, Kathniel. So parang I was not really an avid fan of that love team. Kasi nga, syempre, teeny bopper, pabebe. So, biglang, out of left field, biglang twist yung nag-pair siya with Alden at the time. Especially, Alden is from GMA.
Oo.
Is a GMA artist.
May, ano ba doon, di ba? May main pa ba doon?
Alam ko,
may
oo.
adapt pa sila nun, oo.
Oo, at the time. Ay, hindi. Parang, siguro lumipas na.
Okay. Sige.
Oo.
So, parang medyo free agent na si Alden nun.
At the time.
At the time, okay.
Pero, talagang tied na tied yung pangalan ni Catherine kay Daniel eh. So, it was a bit surprising and curious na pinartner si Catherine with Alden. Kasi talagang from different worlds sila, magkaibang mundo, basically. Pero fan ako ni Alden dahil sa Aldab. So, talagang Aldab fan ako. Pero, ito, simula nung Hello, Love, Goodbye, talagang nagbago yung tingin ko kay Catherine talaga. And after that, I was excited to see her other side. Especially, I was excited na umalis na siya dun sa Kathniel pairing. And then she did A Very Good Girl last year, which was very surprising. A pleasant surprise talaga para sa akin in a good way. Nakikita ko na talaga yung growth ni Catherine as an actress ever since she did Hello, Love, Goodbye. So para sa akin tong Hello, Love Again is a development pa. Parang another step in the right direction for Catherine's acting career.
Yes. Alright. So, ang ganda nung pinoint out mo na when it comes to her growth as an actress, naging sobrang evident nga talaga niya, especially yung with A Very Good Girl last year. When it comes to this film naman, what did you think of her in it and siguro the movie as a whole? Yung kumbaga na nakatulong ba yung parang growth niya as a person na nakikita natin quote unquote sa balita, etc. What do you think about that?
Ako, well, about the movie itself and where the story, progressed. I can't help but feel na parang nagbo-blur na yung real life and fiction dito sa story na to. Kasi parang ang dami ng personal experiences ni Catherine. I mean, we all know naman what happened with her previous relationship. It was big news for weeks,
Yes.
'di ba? And parang in-incorporate yung ilang elements ng kanyang previous relationship dito sa story, which is very interesting kasi it kinda went meta.
Actually.
So, nakakadala talaga lalo yung emotional outpouring ni Catherine dito. Of course, Alden, we all know Alden is an excellent dramatic actor. Kahit talaga saan mo ilagay si Alden is very effective. Kahit anong script yung ibigay mo sa kanya, sobrang magagawan niya talaga ng justice, di ba?
That's true.
But Catherine, I haven't seen her in such a heavy performance na talagang ang bigat. Ramdam mo yung pain. There's something about Catherine's acting here. Kaya nagsimula ako kay Catherine eh. Kasi Catherine was a revelation
Yun.
in this movie.
Yes.
Parang this is another level higher pa
That's true.
na narating ni Catherine when it comes to her acting prowess.
Tama.
Ikaw, as a fan of Hello, Love, Goodbye,
Ako sabihin fan. Siguro naman, sige. Yung sasabi mo na yung confession mo na hindi ka masyadong fan ni Catherine pre-Hello, Love, Goodbye. Same. And basically, rom-coms and love teams in general, I detested. Talagang yung zuwa ko yun dati. Pero, syempre, with time comes growth, and growth comes understanding and a wider perspective on things. And dahil din sa nagsinigix tayo since we started this podcast, mas lumawak yung ating taste sa sine, including giving a chance to the films that I previously immediately dismissed. Kasama tong Hello, Love, Goodbye. And siguro din, isa pang maikwento ko lang. Pinanood natin to actually, yung Hello, Love, Goodbye, a few weeks after nating nagpunta ng Hong Kong last year, September. So parang, alam ko na nakikita ko na sa Netflix to na parang, wow, nasa Hong Kong sila, ganyan. So, syempre, meron tayong, ano tawag doon? Withdrawal of sorts sa Hong Kong nung time na yun.
May hangover pa tayo doon.
So parang, we just decided to put it on one night. Parang, sige, mag-reminisce tayo na pinuntahan natin itong mga lugar na to sa Hong Kong. And while partly true, na ganun nga yung nangyari doon sa sine na yun, we were pleasantly surprised din na sobrang ganda ng sining yun.
Yeah.
As in, tama ka, Alden is Alden. Expected na yung kanyang greatness in anything he does. Galing ng batang yun talaga. Super. Pero si Catherine, although hindi pa niya masyadong na-shake off yung pagiging teeny bopper niya doon, may nakikita ka ng potential for greatness eh. It was that film that unlocked, kumbaga, her potential for even better things in the future. And I don't know kung parang serendipitously nangyari yung lahat ng personal tumult niya, yung mga bagyo sa kanyang buhay na nagkasunod-sunod, which firstly brought us A Very Good Girl, which is one of the best Filipino films last year for me. Yeah. In large part because of the astounding evolution na pinakita ni Catherine as an actress doon.
Against Dolly De Leon.
Against Dolly De Leon of all people. Tapatan talaga.
She held her own actually.
Yes. So, dito naman sa Hello, Love, Again, parang may alam na tayong i-expect natin from them both kasi nakita na natin kung paano sila mag-act, paano yung chemistry nila together, and of course, may expectation of the story of Joy and Ethan, and in continuation where it goes. Kasi, bitin yung una So, okay,
Well,
Canada.
it was open-ended kasi it was not intended to be like a franchise. Or...
True. Yes. I thank you for correcting me. Mas tama yan. Mas open-ended yan. I guess that's the better term. Pero dito sa Hello, Love Again, nagulat ako kung paano nag-level up yung maturity in terms of yung story, yung acting, yung direksyon na tinake nung overall na kung nasaan si Joy and Ethan in this film. This went into places na I didn't expect it would go. Sometimes it got too real.
True. Grabe.
Na
especially yung pandemic part.
Yung pandemic parts, parang, God. Pero yung pinaka-interesting na sinabi mo kanina was yung kung paano meron siyang may pagka-meta doon. Na she meaning Catherine / Joy dito. / Marie. She was a very different person 5 years ago. And then, kung saan natin sinimulan yung kwento, I'm not gonna count yung prologue kasi may prologue eh. So, hindi ko count doon. Kung saan nagsimula yung main part ng story natin, she's a very, very, very different person. Again, as demonstrated by the name change or the nickname change, kumbaga. So, may significance na, that signifies na parang, okay, she wants to just let that part of her life go. Talaga.
Or move past it.
And then, eventually, dadating tong si Ethan, si Alden, sa Canada. Pinakita naman sa trailer, so not a spoiler. And the reasons why nagtagpo yung kanilang mga landas ulit, I felt wasn't contrived. Napaka-natural. Especially as we peel more layers off of the onion of the story.
And I love how they did that.
True.
Gradually.
Oo. Ay, ang galing nung way ng pagsulat nung script na hindi nila siya pinakita in a straightforward manner.
Yes. Without spoiling anything, we can honestly say na interesting yung pacing nung movie.
Yes.
And without sacrificing, the narrative satisfaction
True.
of it. Kasi talagang, alam mo yon, it will culminate in a very satisfying point na talagang magme-make sense lahat and the puzzle will finally, unravel.
That's true.
Kaya, kudos to the writers.
Oo. And, again, sinabi naman natin kanina kung sino yung talent behind the screen. So, this is a Cathy Garcia Sampana film. We expect rom-com or dramedy greatness from her. Tapos, isa dun sa mga writers credited is si Madam Olivia Lamasan.
Yes.
The director of another classic tale, quite similar to this.
Quite similar, actually.
Which is Milan. Yun nga sinabi ko sa'yo nung pagkatapos nating manood, parang, nangangati yung utak ko. Parang napanood na natin to dati. And not in the sense na para siyang, ay, may ginaya siya.
Or
hindi.
derivative.
Or derivative. Hindi eh. Pero yung very, very similar, yung ganong klaseng parang emotional struggle nung mga protagonists natin. Ayun nga, that's Milan, 2004 film from Olivia Lamasan. Yung isa pang bagay na nagustuhan ko dito was how it properly uses expertly timed pressure release.
The levity.
The levity. Yung kudos, super, super, super props kay Joros Gamboa.
His comedic timing,
Ang galing ng comedic timing niya. Kasi alam mo yung, in concert yan, dalawang yan eh. Ang ganda ng pagkakasulat dun sa script. Pero kung gaano kagaganda yung pagkasulat sa script nung pressure release na yon, kung hindi siya may deliver ng actor, hindi siya magiging effective.
Yeah,
Yun.
kasi may isa pang actor na I know na it's in the direction din siguro.
Yes.
Pero I felt like some of the comedic parts in this movie felt out of place or too much, I think. Para lang sa akin.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
and I definitely agree.
It was too much for the tone.
Masyado siyang extra.
It's too extra for me.
Extra.
Pero,
although,
yung kay Joros, sakto lang yun eh. I only needed that level. I didn't need to go beyond that. Alam mo yun?
Although, to be fair naman to that other actor that we're talking about, yung medyo extra, that siguro parang relates to the quote-unquote Filipino diaspora there in Canada. Na parang
maybe it was an inside joke. Ganon?
Not really an inside joke. More lang na parang that's how Filipinos are there. They're really extra. Kumbaga. I'm not sure. Haven't been there yet. Hope soon.
Yeah, pero yun nga, I wanna piggyback on what you said about it being similar to Milan in a good way.
Okay.
Kasi, these stories will always be told because this is the quintessential OFW story.
Yun. Mm-hmm.
Diba? And I love how it tackled very important questions na I'm sure most OFWs encounter in their life at some point.
Yes.
'Di ba? Yung pipiliin ba nila yung responsibilidad o sarili?
True.
'Di ba? Kung happiness mo o yung obligation mo sa pamilya mo.
Oo. Actually, this is something I saw on Reddit na point out na this actually isn't so much a romantic drama na it's more an OFW story. Yun siya eh. Kaya iba yung sigurong parang I would say level of respect na nararamdaman mong ini-exude nung sine for its subject matter. Kasi, yes, when we met them, Joy and Ethan, dun sa unang sine, si Joy pa lang yung OFW sa Hong Kong. Kasi permanent resident si Ethan doon. Yon. And parang that's how, a story of how Filipinos can find love na hindi siya Pilipinas. Na parang, is the love story still the same given na iba yung surroundings nyo. Pero ito kasi, nag-take siya ng one step higher. Ginawa niyang OFW. Parehas. So it's not just, sabi mo kanina, tama ka dun eh. It's not just about yung the love story of it all, of Joy and Ethan, pero more siya na parang ano bang pipiliin natin? Yung responsibility natin, kung bakit tayo nagtatrabaho dito, o yung happiness natin. Yun eh. Kasi yung doon naman, babalik naman na din ako kay Joros din. And yung other Filipinos in the story. I appreciate films like this that open the eyes of Filipinos locally. Hindi dito sa yung contiguous Pilipinas mismo. Doon sa experiences ng mga nasa abroad. Kasi for the longest time, ang laging misconception ng mga tao na kapag OFW ka, kung nag-a-abroad ka, big time ka. Laging pag-uwi mo, puro ka bling-bling, puro ka pera is overflowing from your pockets, kumbaga.
Na charmed na yung life mo dahil nasa ibang bansa.
Oo, galing ibang bansa. Nagtatrabaho ko doon, $1 lang kinikita mo eh. Yon. Pero, it's movies like this. Again, yung Hello, Love, Goodbye. Tas, even 20 years ago, yung Milan. Yon. Na,
anak.
Yun. Way back. Anak pa.
Age
diba?
reveal.
Na, we always, we as Filipinos, we need films like this to continuously remind us na there are other parang fellow countrymen abroad na finding their way na hindi nila mahanap dito sa Pilipinas. And hindi siya glamorous na buhay.
Yeah.
Yon. Now, yung pagkaka-weave in nung kwentong yon doon sa kanilang yung parang quote-unquote direksyon ng franchise, kumbaga.
Franchise.
Oo, may dalawa na eh. Yung pagkakasulat nila nung OFW experience into the love story, I felt was very, very, sobrang galing. Talaga.
And with so much love there for all the Filipinos working, especially yung sa Hello, Love, Goodbye, ha? Yung love letter to the DH. Talaga.
Yun.
And this time naman, love letter to the healthcare workers, the caregivers, and nurses in Canada. Na yun course, naman yung madami doon.
Yung general Filipino community doon in Canada.
Those na nakikipagsapalaran.
Yung mga, ano nga siya eh, it's heartbreaking and bittersweet. Kumbaga, yung mga ibang ginagamit nilang pang-evoke ng moments of levity. Kasi alam naman nilang pag ginamit nila magiging nakakatawa siya eh. Pero siguro for some who will watch this, it's a painful reminder of the reality of life there. Katulad nung yung tipong merong Pilipinong dadating. Tapos merong permanent resident na Pinay doon. Tapos magkakaroon nung parang, gusto mo ba maging permanent resident din dito?
Yung mga ganon.
Yung mga ganon. Na para siyang, yes, the movie tries, it doesn't make fun, but it tries to make light of that heaviness na minsan na nasa-sweep under the rug. And I don't know if make light is the right term even, sorry.
Or, kasi part naman yan ng ano natin ng culture natin as a people, di ba? Na parang we always make light of the situation no matter how bad it is.
Yes.
Kahit nga
true.
sobra ng tragic you can still joke about it. You know, you can find the the good in all of it. You can always look at the sunny side of the street.
Look at the bright side of life.
Yes. So, it's very much part of it's ingrained in our culture as a people. Kaya, yung mga jokes na yon, it's what makes Filipinos Especially in trying times and especially in, syempre, iba pa rin yung nasa malayong lugar ka, hindi mo sariling bansa, you're a second-class citizen, kahit pa sabihin mo walang racism kang ma-encounter, you're still not a permanent resident, especially kung bago ka pa lang doon, nandun yung homesick, andun yung competition mo din, trying to prove yourself na deserve mo magstay doon at just to be there,
Although, I would have wanted, siguro lang, personal na lang to, I would have wanted a bit more authenticity to the Filipino experience there.
True.
Nakatulad nung nasa Hello, Love, Goodbye.
Mas true yun, mas yun
Yung in the middle of yung mga Sunday picnic sessions sila nagsushoot doon na talagang sa kahabaan ng Central at ng Causeway Bay, kita mo yung mga DH nakaupo sa sidewalk, nagpipicnic. Tapos doon sila nagsushoot ng mga sequences nila. Yung ganon. Yung talagang ramdam mo yung, yes, this is real. Dito kasi, parang medyo may in-a-bubble tayo
Medyo charmed na yung existence nila doon.
Oo.
Nga, kasi I know from what I'm told by my friends na nakipagsapalaran sa Canada na it's not, although yes, may Filipino community, pero talagang you work multiple jobs and talagang the cold is depressing. The coldness of Canada is depressing and so alienating. Patang medyo warm pang depiction ng Canada dito I don't know if it's
Calgary?
just the location.
Oo.
Kung baka sa Toronto yon.
Toronto.
No, sorry, Toronto.
Although merong sliver tayong nakita na parang hindi chummy-chummy ang mga Pinoy abroad. I would have loved kung medyo naungkat parang konti yung thread na yon. You know what I'm talking about? Medyo nag-feel ako para kay Alden. Sorry, minor spoilers na lang to. Sige. Medyo nag-feel ako para kay Alden nung moment na parang meron siyang job na tinake. Tapos parang yung dino-dog show siya ng mga kasama niya. Parang, boss manager to, di ba? Parang gano'n. Na parang, for all you know, nagkwento lang siya, nag-open up lang siya in a moment of vulnerability. Especially dun sa point ng kwento kung nasan na yung story na looking for friendship, kumbaga. Tapos biglang ganun yung trato sa'yo. Kahit ng mga kapwa mo Pilipino. Parang,
it always, yung worst of it all will always come from your fellow Filipinos. I mean, natakil naman niya na slightly. Na hindi rin naman charmed life lahat ng Pilipino doon. Marami ding mga Pilipinong, sorry for the term, gago. Well, totoo naman. Kahit nga dito, di ba? Kahit saan ka magpunta. Kahit saan ka magpunta. I mean, hindi rin naman siya exclusive sa Pinoy.
Tama.
Kahit sino pang tao, kahit ano pang lahi yan.
That's true. That's
diba?
true.
Anyway.
Siguro na lang, if based dun sa nadinig nyo, we love the story, the way it was written. Acting, sabi mo yung kay Catherine, she demonstrated, gabi yung evolution na dito. And yung paggamit niya, may moment dito na parang sinasabi natin na, uy, parang totoo yung pinaghuhugutan niya na. Kasi grabe yung sakit nung iyak niya dun Parang siyang hindi acting
Parang totoo na yung sinasabi niya yung monologue niya.
Yung monologue sa
directed to somebody else.
That's true.
Not to Ethan. Parang hindi dapat kay Ethan to. Pero, yes, that part, this is major spoiler so I won't mention it. Pero, grabe yung heartstrings ko nun. Grabe. It tugged at my heartstrings talaga.
Grabe.
Sobra.
And
I love how it was shot.
Yung part. Yun. Yes. I mean, we love how the movie was shot.
In its entirety. The color scheme, everything. You know, I love that Joy is always wearing yellow. Parang, I don't know if it's intentional.
Intentional na Inside Out reference.
If it's an inside joke about Inside Out, na Joy is yellow.
Yeah, Sir Noel Tihanki, of course, super reliable na DP. Kahit sa ang movie, siya mag-work with kahit anong genre pa nga. Ang ganding ng lente niya.
Such prolific cinematographer.
Yes. And yan, sige, yun. Meron siya laging Easter egg na sinasabi sa atin eh. Pagkatapos may lalabas na sinasabi, guys, nahuli niyo ba yun? So, ito yung,
Nako, baka hindi na naman natin mahuli.
Ito yung entry namin doon sa pag-game mo for this movie naman. Ano yung sabi mo, di ba? Kung naka-yellow lagi si Marie for this film. /Joy. Na parang, is that supposed to be parang
an inside-out reference.
Oo, parang ganon. Or siguro dahil siya sa DP, mas more parang choice din ng costuming yun. Pwede din naman. Laging may yellow, may glow lagi. Dun sa kanyang aura niya. Pag nakikita natin siya on screen. Yun, pwede ganun, ano?
Yes. And, ayun nga, palagi din naman silang nagko-compliment. Kudos to the costume design. If there's, a wardrobe. Ang ganda ng mga color scheme ng mga outfits nila doon. Parang juxtaposed sa vista ng Canada.
Tsaka yung sobrang parang, hindi man drab, pero napaka-muted nung lugar, ng colors ng lugar ng Canada. Sobrang...
And they're the bright spots in that frigid place.
True. Siguro pwede nating maano to sa production design, I guess, sa Pilipinas, under ng costume. Under the purvey of Noriko Santos. Yan. So, kudos to the cast and crew talaga. This is... Ayoko siya sabihin kasi nagiging cliche na siya eh. This is X as you've never seen them before. Pero...
This is X but better.
Parang this is Catherine like you've never seen her before. Talaga. And there's actually a moment here that drives that home.
There was naman.
Hindi siya part ng story. Pero parang meron naging parang montage na parang yeah, she's grown up talaga. Yeah.
I think na medyo may mga nag-post na, which is not cool. May mga nag-post na ng spoilers online. So, careful with spoilers sa mga hindi pa nakakapanood. Pero, we tried to be as non-spoilery in this episode for the sake of those who haven't watched it.
Oo, kasi this film deserves to be seen on the big screen. Yes. And on that note, masabi lang natin, mabilis na tidbit lang, hindi natin to sa Manila pinanood.
Na-timing din kasi. We watched it in Cagayan de Oro.
Yes, that's right.
At CDO Downtown Premiere.
Oo. Ang ganda ng sinyahan nila dun.
Ang ganda ng sound.
Ang ganda din. Oo. One of the better big box SM malls na nakita ko. Yung Downtown Premiere dun.
Oo nga. Kompleto naman. And ngayon lang natin na-visit yon kasi...
Nagulat ako na may dun, may game park dun. Yung ang liit ng entrance niya dun, pero pag tingin mo sa likod, parang ang haba-haba nung parang may bowling, may billiards. Parang, okay, saan nagkasya to dito? Galing nga.
At saka, in fairness, kompleto siya.
Kompleto din.
And ngayon lang natin siya, kasi bago lang siya. True. Last time we were there, wala pa yon.
That's true.
And shout out, of course, to the CDO peeps who received us.
Yes.
Ayan, si Kuya Don, April, and Nati Tonet.
Yes. Hi, fam.
Hi, fam.
In the club, we all fam.
Over there at Kaswagan. In Kaswagan, we all fam.
Okay, final thoughts before we give our rating. Ikaw.
I can honestly say that Hello, Love Again is a very cathartic culmination to the story of Ethan and Joy / Marie. I love how real it became and also how surreal pa rin siya in a way.
Okay.
Kasi may mga times na too real siya. Minsan naman, it's fantastical. There's still that Filipino comedy na makikita na nakasanayan mo na hinahanap mo to balance out, the real stuff.
Yes, that's true.
So, it's a perfect mix of that. It's a roller coaster of emotions. I mean,
yes.
We laughed, we cried, we had PTSD over some stuff. So, prepare your tissues if you are yet to watch this. Pero, I mean, even if you're not a fan of Catherine or Alden, you will appreciate the story. Mm-hmm. You will appreciate the universal depiction of the OFW experience.
Oh.
Whether you are an OFW or not.
Yes.
It's actually about life as well.
Hmm.
And all the decisions that you encounter at some point, 'di ba?
Tama.
Na yun yung parang fork in the road that you doon na madedetermine kung saan ka papunta. It's very relatable. And yeah, I really loved it, needless to say. And I'm excited as to where Catherine Bernardo's career is going so far ngayon. Excited ako sa mga next niyang roles. And Alden, of course, I'll still follow Alden as an Aldab Nation. Pero hindi ako sama sa kulto, ha? Hindi ako nag-if we hold on together. Pero I'm also excited for Alden's future projects. Especially, I know that he is trying to direct as well. So, excited ako doon. So, yeah. Pero, Hello, Love Again. What a brilliant movie. This is going in history books as one of the classics. Ikaw?
Ano pa ba yung hindi mo sinabi?
Sorry, inubos ko ba?
Okay lang naman. Yung may sinabi ka na kahit hindi ka fan ng ganitong klaseng sine, you're gonna find something to appreciate when it comes to how it depicts life, how it shows yung, kumbaga, yung consequences ng mga decisions na ginagawa natin. Especially if your situation is one of hindi ka lang mag-isa, yung tipong may umaasa sa'yo, whether family or your partner or a community, kumbaga. Medyo secondary na nga lang eh. And I even that, I like it. Medyo secondary na yung kwento nilang dalawa eh. Yung love story nila eh. Well, in that case naman, dun sa love story naman nila, it shows a very mature progression, kumbaga, dun sa kanilang kung saan pumunta yung story nila. And hindi nag-take ng mga parang contrived na leaps yung kwento just to get to where the story ends up. May ano pa rin eh, may sense pa din siya eh. When you look at it. Hindi siya yung parang dahil Pinoy na sine to, kailangan may happy ending tayo. Hindi. And even if it were to give you a happy ending, it still made sure na its ending is what really happens in real life. Kung how these people were to react given the variables that they are faced with. Acting, walang problema. Catherine is just leveling up with every movie we watch her in. Alden is predictably great, reliable. Jolos, one of our premier supporting characters. Character actors, yes. And, yeah, will definitely recommend this film. And for Hello, Love Again, we are happy to give this a rating of A.
Woo!
Solid A. So that's it, I guess, for our episode talking about Hello, Love Again. If you've seen the film, please share with us what you thought about it. We'd love to hear from you. Comment it on our social media accounts or down below on our Spotify episode page.
And don't forget to set your players to automatically download our new episodes so you don't miss out on our fun Cinegeek conversations. And while you're at it, give us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you had fun or learned something new during this episode.
And as always, the studio and the distributor of the film weren't given any creative control or editorial approval of this episode. They are hearing our review for the first time, same as you are. And by the way, we just want to give a huge thank you to everyone who joined our Hello, Love Again ticket giveaway. So congratulations as well again to our winners for the giveaway, which again are John Mark Mira, Christine B. Francia, and Mary Ann Sevilla. So we have already contacted them for how they can claim their prizes, and we hope to have more ticket giveaways in the future. So abang-abang lang kayo. Alright. So for my co-host Angela, this has been Roy. Thank you for listening to the Cinegeeks podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide.